just waiting on some more supplies for the upstairs of the main building. So we're gonna get to this yellow cabin. So let's check it out. So what's gonna happen here, this deck, the top layer of it's gonna get removed. We're gonna put real deck boards on it. The structure of it's still good, just needs new decking. The side of this building is gonna get steel. The roof is gonna get steel as well. We're gonna shovel all that moss off, string it up, and put steel on it. That's gonna happen in the winter time probably. Gonna come in here, and here's Emily. We're ripping these paneling walls off, and we're gonna insulate, vapor barrier, and tongue and groove.
I like the destroying part. It's probably my favorite part of doing this work. And basically, as Daryl said, we're ripping off all the old paneling. There is some insulation, some of it, you can see some of it's kind of gone a little wonky from the squirrels and stuff. So basically just salvaging what we can and then replacing what we need to. And I'm gonna slap up some new insulation, some vapor barrier, and tongue and groove, and that's what we're doing today. It's gonna be a beautiful cabin once it's finished.
Roof's gonna get insulated. It's gonna stay peaked like this. It's gonna get tongue and groove tight to the ceiling there. And yeah, the kitchen over here is gonna get removed also. This is gonna get taken out. So this wall is just gonna be straight tongue and groove right across. These window doors, these full-length window doors, which somebody put garbage bags over just to hide the window door. It's gonna be taken out, and an actual window is gonna get put in, and a wall's gonna get framed on the rest of them. There's another one on this side also, and another one over here. So this bunk will stay in here. We're gonna build some rooms. We're gonna build a washroom in this corner, and all sorts of fun stuff. Big round table under this, around this post right here. This will be an awesome guest cabin.
It really will. I like destroying. All right, so you can see all these are actually old bunk bed frames here, and we are definitely not gonna have guests sleep on these. However, what we do is we keep a pile of scraps and metal, etc. out in the back, and when we're doing other projects or we need anything, nothing gets thrown out. We'll be able to utilize the steel for something. So basically you're just in the process. I just kicked the door open from the other side here, and now that it's open, we can start shuttling out the back and then take the quad around, throw them in the trailer, and call it Walmart. Take them to Walmart, aka the dump. So that's what we're doing here.
Heavy buggers too. That's good angle iron on them.
Yeah, real good.
Let's just watch her do the work. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll pass them out to you, and you chuck them out the back.
It's a nice path for the quad. Through back here. Well, I'm going to show you guys. Someone obviously had some popcorn kernels in here at one point, and I am ruining a squirrel's day. And some sunflower seeds. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, someone's gonna be hungry this winter. It's all in my sandals.
All right, so what we're doing, we added the fresh insulation, we took out all the rod and stuff, and we're making these ladder frames we're gonna go vertical with the TNG. It fits a perfect board. It'll save us a ton of time. We can just slap this wall up after we vapor bury it. We'll just cut the top edges flush on them and butt them up to the top and go straight across. Our bottom trim will cover that. And so we're just installing these ladder stands just to support the center of the TNG. When they interlock, it'll support the rest of it, but this will just give it so it's not just a big bow in the middle. But this is going super quick already. We've probably been at this for maybe an hour already, and making some progress.
Yeah, I was actually really sad that we didn't get to do tongue and groove for the day, so we decided to start on another tongue and groove project, and we're just having a riot. Absolute blast. Taking them out of the package is probably one of my favorite parts, and squishing your hands is my second favorite part. We are 99.1 board away from completing this wall. Need to get some more vapor barrier on there, so I'll leave it for tomorrow, but it's looking good. Nice and solid. It makes such a difference. Let's see the before and then see the after. It's absolutely incredible what a bit of TNG will do.
So whoever set up this cabin before didn't put any shut-off valves or anything in, so we're gonna rip this kitchen out. We gotta get this water shut off, so I've got this ball valve ready to go, and you know, it's a good bleed out to have at the end of our lines here for the off season when we're done and shutting down the camp. So I'm just gonna pull this one off, I'm not gonna shut any water off because there is no shut off. So I'm just gonna do it really quick, throw this on, then we're gonna have a shut off, then we can take this kitchen out and good to go. But I mean, there's just so many little things like this that you don't expect that just come up when you're doing these projects out in the woods like this. And just trying to get them all done as quick as we can.
Quick question for all the viewers are going to say, isn't that a shut off?
That goes to a different cabin. That
Oh.
shuts a different cabin off altogether.
Interesting. What a pain in the butt.
No shut off to this cabin.
What a pain in the butt.
Very. So this is going to just start leaking here as soon as I come onto this one here. I can see it leaking already. Oh yeah. There we go. We're gonna tighten this down while holding pressure on it while getting bit in the forehead by a mosquito.
That's my cue. I'm just hammering in any nails that are poking out of the studs here because that will not allow the tongue and groove to lay flat and make it a battle. So I'm just, as I'm ripping it down, I'm also just kind of nailing it back in. Nice smooth finish. There's some random screws and things to get rid of. This is a perfect example. All these little things sticking out here, they really make your life difficult trying to finish with the TNG. So I'm gonna continue on whacking, and Daryl's unhooking the water now from the inside so he can pull out this whole counter piece. But the trick is it would be easy just to whack it all apart and get rid of it, but we do want to try to salvage it for
one solid piece.
Yeah, one solid piece, and try to salvage it for another camp. And so worst case, we'll have to take the countertop off and just leave all this. But this actually, I double checked, it's not actually nailed or screwed to the floor. It's just kind of sitting on the floor, and then they painted over it. So anyway, so that basically is the progress. All the front is ripped out. I took this shelf off. It almost fell on my head. Happy it did not. It was held on by 2 screws, so.
Quick update in the yellow cabin. Emily's been hard at it here. We've got the back wall all complete. You can see we spray foamed the top, and going on to the sidewall here, we've added in some new wiring with some boxes, and Emily's cutting the one out right now.
I'm getting way better. When I first started doing TNG, this is my nemesis. Now it's my strength.
So the other thing too is this isn't actually a window, it is a door. So we're thinking of leaving this door here. We're gonna see what the boss says when he shows up here this afternoon. But
He said yes to keep it already.
oh really?
Yeah, he
okay,
did.
look at that.
Sent me a message and said to keep it.
Perfect. So we're gonna have a side door here as well. And you're gonna have this back door here, which will be nice because the wood stove's there. So you can just have a wood bin outside and shuttle in your wood in and out really easy without making a mess. So
as you saw in the last clip, what I did to trace this plug here is I essentially just got my pencil and just kind of scraped it all along the edges here. So then what I then did is took the board in the position it will be sitting and gave it a few whacks with a hammer, and then it indents it. Obviously not perfectly, but I know I have a general idea. The most important part is getting around where these holes of the outlet will be, cutting around, and it doesn't have to be perfect because there will be a cover over it. So as long as you have it so that it's clear, then you're good to go. So, all right.
all right, one other super important project going on at the lodge is mapping out the lake. So in order to ice fish properly and in order to fish properly, you need to understand your lake fully. So with the new technology on today's devices, we're actually mapping out the whole lake. And I'm gonna take you to the guy who's got the whole thing going on. He's been here mapping for a while. This is Mike.
Hi everybody.
Tell us a bit what you have going on.
Yeah, so you know, the whole thing about up here is while this camp has been here, as well as other lodges and stuff have been here. The technology has not caught up as far as mapping goes. So we've chosen to use the Garmin because I feel it's the best as far as accuracy, user-friendly in the fact that I can make a copy of what I've done and give it to Daryl, and he can make a copy and give it to Emily, etc., etc. So this winter, or anytime, we will have accurate, contoured mapping of this entire lake. So you can see there's some super deep channels, and then you've got some bars that rise up out of that deeper water. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I have a total of 27 days, 150 hours, and over 400 miles that I've done just covering. I'm only mapping 100 feet at a time. It's a big body of water to cover 100 feet at a time. There's some amazing structure, fish everywhere. So yep, it's been quite an experience, and I'm actually going to do an article on this. Do my own article on this as far as how to map a giant lake with Garmin LiveScope. So there'll be more to come for sure, but know that when you come up here on a guided trip, whether it's ice fishing or open water tripping, open water fishing, you're going to have an accurate map to hit all these great spots. So can't wait to get back here.
All right, just finishing up here. Just a sketch of the camp, and what we're doing, we're measuring distances so we can get this place winterized. So we got to know the distances to the septic tanks from all the cabins, the distances from cabin to cabin, and where our water treatment plant's going to go. So we're just measuring out the distances, finishing up our little sketch here, and yeah, getting a whole bunch of stuff done. Just running out the tape here. We're going to see how big of a distance we get to the proposed water room. All right, so we've got all our distances recorded, and we know what we need for heat trace lines and for pipe and everything. So this should help us finish up the winterization process.
All right, so we're with a bunch of guests here at Kamachawi, unreal group of guys, and we were all hanging out waiting for the plane, and we looked down and there's a mid 30-inch lake trout swimming around. Picked up a beer can, then picked up a bit of meat on the bottom. So then Robert threw out a bit of sucker belly there on a jig, and we're hooked up. So we're gonna see how big this fish is right off the dock here in maybe 5.5 feet of water. So stay tuned and let's see how big she is. Let's try to quick net them. You're doing great. You're tiring them out. Here, get in the boat, because you're gonna, get in this side. We'll get in this side, because I don't want him to run under the motor and then we'll, right? Oh.
Looks like a shark. Well done. Nice.
Woohoo! Right off the dock. Deke, get out of the way.
42?
42. Robert ties his dad for 42.
Here. All right, so this beautiful 42-inch lake trout right off the dock. Oh my gosh. Waiting on the plane. Last fish of the trip. Check her out.